written by the female writers. There are a few things that entirely seek to spotlight women in comedy, so enjoy this show celebrating the hilariousness of our brilliant female writers and the work of our female production and marketing members. You're doing very good. Gold stars for all of you. Only metaphorically though, because we can't actually afford stickers. Because you know, the gender wage gap. If they ever make an audience member History Month, we will be sure to celebrate you all. Until then, let's read some news. Last week was the Oscars, as usual. The ceremony featured an in memoriam segment which they held time for many important members of the industry that unfortunately passed away this year. In honor of an important loss this past week, we are going to read a headline in its entirety without any jokes because death is a serious matter. Charlie Kirk's mentor and father of Michael playing dies after falling while playing pickleball. Now let's get into some more news. A recent study in the UK showed that 75% of 9-month-old babies have screen time. People will read this and be like, that's why I love living in America, immediately before being shot by a kid who watched way more Cocomelon than these British babies. The heated rivalry cottage that was featured in the final episode of the hit show is now available for renting on Airbnb. Nice! Yeah! Because now you can finally have sex with your straight boyfriend and recreate the sex scenes. MAGA influencer claims that wearing headphones while listening to music will make you gay. Now, I've been trying really hard to transition into lesbianism for this Women's Month, so I decided to get some advice from the man himself. Everyone, please welcome our MAGA man, or should I say our Make America Gay Again man.
For the record, I denounced that title.
Now, what first led you to come to this conclusion?
Well, after I read a very scientific article with very Latin words, I decided to search in my own mind for examples of this here phenomenon, and I found quite a few. Look here at NFL wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Notice how he has headphones on. Okay? See that? Now, look at this image of Stephon. Notice anything different? Anything queer?
That's certainly some data.
It doesn't end there. Are you familiar with Addison Rae? Well, we all know she put her headphones on. Listen to her favorite song. This is her before that song came out. What happened after? Boom! Gay icon. I think the evidence speaks for itself.
Man, well, you certainly seem to know a lot about gay pop culture for being so right-wing. Horseshoe theory. Have you ever listened to music with headphones on?
Of course I have. And then afterwards I started getting this tingly feeling. Like my homie started looking different. His hair looked perfect for my fingers to run through. His mouth looked so tender. His eyebrows were so much like Ben Shapiro's. But I had to say Ben Shapiro no to that. Because I ain't gay. I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff. So immediately I threw out my Skull Candy headphones and down some creatine, and now I'm back to normal.
Wow. Skull Candy. Man, no wonder you're gay. Only homos get skull candy.
Don't you dare call me a homo. The only thing homo about me is being a homo sapien.
Homo says what?
What?
Ooh, yeah. And with that, I'm gonna let my boy go back to the closet. Everyone give a round of applause to the body. Let's continue with that news. Like that name of the person of the hat that they were wearing. The trailer for Dune 3 released this week, announcing that it will open the same weekend as Avengers Doomsday. Since y'all want to be assholes to Timmy, Iron Man dies in Endgame. And I'm not even joking. The U.S. seeks over $200 billion on war with Iran as bombings intensify. Man, I love when trends from the early 2000s come back, like low-rise jeans, and also this. Yeah. A horse in Australia had to be lifted out of a septic take hole after the horse fell in it. Yeah, and my man had to be lifted off the couch, the fat bitch. Happy Women's Month. Sanitation workers in Ohio found a police suspect hiding in a trash can, similar to the Sesame Street character Oscar the Grouch. Grouch. Yeah, that's the thing I do when I want to get close to the ground and not sit. Stop looking at it. NASA is sending its first black astronaut and first female astronaut to the moon in the Artemis 2 mission. Anywhere but the Oval Office, guys. Instead of women taking over, they want women gone. And when she wanted to go. Shut the fuck up! Not every choice is a feminist choice. Is it an empowering choice for women to do whatever they want? What if they join an anti-woman structure, such as the Taliban? Is that a feminist choice, huh? So as we all know, today is the Pitt Tonight Women's Show. Yeah, we're celebrating. Celebrating women, Pitt Patties. And it's today. While we await the news of the newest South O roof collapse, we have a very special guest here to talk all things Pitt Patties. Please welcome St. Patrick.
I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. What's the crack with Pitt Tonight?
You're not St. Patrick.
No, St. Patrick's a man. Me, this is the women's show, is it not? I'm St. Patricia, patron saint of Women's St. Patricia's Day.
Like St. Patty's Day, but for women?
Aye.
Okay, I specifically asked Lucky Charm sales representative for St. Patrick, not the off-brand grill one.
Me, St. Patrick's but a stupid man. It's always like, fine shirt, pull up to my St. Patrick's Day, dirty. But whenever I want to go step dancing, his phone's always banjaxed.
Oh. Seems like you two have some history.
Yeah, first of all, her name's a holiday after themselves, you fucking loser. A fucking dirty. That's why it's lucky you summoned me by chance. Dumb it down for you, mate. Less leprechauns, more leprechauns. Fine shite, pull up to my girls only, no fellas allowed, absolutely deadly St. Patricia's Day brunch with bottomless mimosas and Guinness because we're high class. Me.
Wait, a St. Patricia's Day brunch with bottomless mimosas actually sounds fire. So how high class is the St. Patricia's Day brunch?
How dare you! When I come here trying to share my culture with you. You lousy Americans of Pitt Tonight! Get yourself on me! You'd have been so lucky to experience a St. Patricia's Day. Never in my life bear for when Saoirse Ronan decided to have a St. Patrick's Day dirty and not a St. Patricia's Day brunch. Have I been so humiliated? Put Mahone, make Pitt Tonight.
I do wonder what would be at the end of a St. Patricia's Day rainbow, though. I've got it. It's a pot of leprechaun lesbians. We'll be right back with more Pitt Tonight. Hello, ladies. I'm sure there were other people here, but the beautiful month of March has made me only able to see the fairer sex. No, fuck, God, sorry, that was really reductionist of me. Calling women the fairer sex is like totally reducing them to their appearance. Don't worry, guys, I'll fix this. Oh, shit, wow. This is the perfect segue into some big news I have. I figured out how to cure internalized misogyny. Yes, cheers. Formula has some essence of female friendship, a little dash of breast milk, and a whole lot of Dr. Pepper. Yeah, that's right. Well, why did you always assume Dr. Pepper was a man? To me, she's wearing one of those sexy nurse costumes.
Your first client's here.
Yup, that's right, folks. Today, live on stage, I will be saving people right in front of your very eyes. I'm so awesome.
Saving me from what?
Yeah, this is just someone I found. I figured bound to have some internalized misogyny in there, you know?
Why are so many people looking at me?
Don't worry about it, princess.
God!
I mean, buddy. Let me just ask you one thing. Do you shave your legs?
Yeah, because I'm a swimmer. I don't when I'm not competing, though.
Okay. Well, if you married a man, would you take his last name?
Oh, definitely. Because my first name is Imon, my last name's Cock. It's spelled with a CH, but still. Middle school was not easy.
Wish you put a little more thought into these people?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on my period and the cramps are going crazy.
Oh,
and
ew. Why are you talking about stuff like that in front of people?
Excuse me?
There are men here. They don't want to hear about all that. Holy shit! Wow. I can't believe I've silenced myself for so long. Did you guys know that during your period, sometimes you get a shooting pain up your butthole? Also, sometimes the blood, it comes out in chunks. It comes out in chunks.
I feel so powerful. I'm really curing the sick, performing miracles. Like another man I know. Dr. Robbie from the Pit. No! Fuck, stupid! It should have been a woman! It should have been Dr. Pepper.
All right, boss. This one's pretty obvious.
I'm so little.
Okay, like, she hasn't, like, maybe she means it in like a post-ironic, philosophical.
Wow, those words are too big for me. I'm just little.
To be fair, she hasn't actually mentioned gender yet.
I can't wait for my boyfriend to get his big boy job so I can sit around in color and turn off my brain.
Alright, that's enough.
That's oh God. Oh my God. I want to get a master's degree. I think I want to go back to school.
Damn! I cured your internalized misogyny and suddenly you're flush with cash?
Oh, don't worry. My parents are rich.
Daddy's money, eh?
No. No. My mom's a famous singer. Here. You know what? You deserve a little something for helping me out today.
Oh my God, it's a window. A famous singer mom. Do you think that was Blue Ivy? I really don't. She gave us like $50. Holy shit, assistant. We can buy a GoPro.
I have a real name, Meg.
Rebecca, we can buy a GoPro.
All right, I'll put in an order and go find someone else for you to save.
God, with my GoPro, I'll be able to take awesome videos of my miracles. And if we start charging everyone, we might get an even bigger GoPro. What do they even call those? God Pro? The Chode Pro? And then maybe Drew Barrymore will invite me on her show, and she'll get so close to me that her knees touch, and I'll feel seen for once in my life.
Okay, Meg, try this one. Try what? It's getting harder and harder to find people, Meg. Your miracles seem to be spreading. I saw I'm a cup back there explaining dressing for the male gaze to Gina.
But Gina hasn't worn shorts that cover her butt since
Obama was in office.
Love that guy.
Wait, but if people start fixing their internalized misogyny on their own, what will they need me for? How will I ever meet Drew Barrymore?
Meg, don't.
How will I get the Chode Pro?
Meg, give me the ball.
No, I will build an empire. I will have a female secretary. Maybe she will be you, assistant.
Meg, don't do this.
I'm sorry, what's going on? What's in that bottle?
Dr. Pepper and breast milk. You know what? Fine. You can have this bottle. God, I want all of it. Because I have this one.
No.
Mm-hmm.
The misogyny spray? I thought you said it was destroyed.
Sure. If I destroyed you, that's kept the secret for emergencies just like this one. Now I can turn everyone back. I can start over with a more business-minded philosophy. Like my idol, Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban? What to Drew Barrymore? Meg, it's dripping on your hand.
What would you know about anything? You're too low testosterone. Speaking of, do you know where my bone hammer went? Because I'm about to log the shit out of you.
They're both broken. It's algebra.
I feel relief, but also insurmountable sadness.
But surely that's better than feeling nothing at all.
You're right, Rebecca. Let's go get something to clean up this mess. We'll be right back with more Pitt Tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest for you tonight. She is very active in the social media circles, so I want to welcome you to Jess Britvich. Jess, we are so excited to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun.
Do we have some Jess Britvich fans in the audience tonight? Yes. Okay, so for those who don't know, Jess is very active on social media. She's always posting videos about new things that are happening in politics, current affairs, things that will help women like just go about life. A lot of advice going on. So I want to ask, how did you get into this?
Oh, gosh.
What's your journey?
Oh my gosh. Well, I know we're kind of pressed for time, so I won't try to babble on too long. Well, my background's in social work, so I've always been really passionate just about social justice, human rights, and just creating a more equitable society for everyone. At the same time, I'm a millennial, so no one boo or throw tomatoes at me, but I've very much been like a chronically online millennial, and I've always just been online and loved the internet space. And as we continue in kind of like this political moment, I've realized how much of trends in internet culture and politics are reflective of the current like political moment that we're in. So it's something that I'm passionate about, that I'm talking about all the time, just like with my friends and my family. They're pretty sick of it, and then soon I just started blabbing about it online and kind of took off. And I'm really happy that people are interested in having this discussion because I think it's really important.
How long have you been posting like videos of this content that you do?
So I actually started posting online more as like a creative outlet. I started doing like get ready with me's on TikTok, like makeup stuff, because I was a social worker, which is a very kind of like emotionally heavy job, and so I was doing it as a way to just kind of have a creative outlet. But then, as we continue, you know, the election came and, you know, things like that, I don't have anything to add to like the makeup space other than just being a consumer.
Yeah.
There's already so much overconsumption on the app, you know. I'm like, what else is there to say? Like, come try this viral product with me or whatever. Like, you know, how many more times can we see that?
Yeah.
So that's when I started incorporating more of like the political kind of analysis and just different things like that while doing Get Ready With Me. And, you know, I'm sure we'll get into a little bit about that too, that kind of combination of content that doesn't necessarily look political, but can have
I was
messaging.
going to ask you about that because, since you are a woman that is talking on politics, and those two are very controversial,
Oh, of course.
and going hand in hand, I'm sure that you receive lots of sometimes negative feedback,
Oh,
and also the fact that you are so femme focused with your makeup that you do,
Right.
in all your videos. How have you found that how has that stuck with your audience, and why do you think you doing your makeup alongside of storytelling works so well?
Well, on one hand, I think all of our attention spans are just kind of shot.
Yeah.
So a little bit of it, especially if we're talking with a little bit more dense topics, it's almost, I think, kind of plays like whenever you're watching, those TikToks where there's a movie clip or something and then someone's playing Subway Surfers or something at the same time. It's kind of just more visual stimulation. So it's like a visual hook, and it's just that algorithm game or whatever. So that's part of it. I do think there's a little bit of meta commentary in there and talking about, so many different topics, but really the idea of getting ready and going through our day-to-day and still having to do these mundane tasks of putting on makeup or just getting ready for work or whatever it is. And while we're going through some of the horrors that we're seeing on our screen too, and I think there's a little bit of meta commentary there, but ultimately it kind of, I hope that it engages people to just with that visual hook to watch content that wouldn't otherwise, they might not necessarily purposely seek out,
And a lot of times with doing makeup in front of people is even controversial because it's who are you getting dressed up for, or comments like that.
I get a lot of comments from men specifically. They'll say, this is super fascinating and you're really articulate and this is a great point, but why do you have to do your makeup? It's really distracting. And I'm like, okay, it obviously
what is
that
distracting?
It wasn't that distracting. You said I made a really good point. It was really articulate. So let's calm down.
Okay, I was really curious about just I'm sure you received way more comments than other than the makeup comments of just.
I would say
sometimes,
overall though, it's
positive?
been positive. I mean, or at least maybe I just pay more attention to the positive. I mean, absolutely you're gonna, putting yourself out online or, just having any type of voice or opinion is gonna elicit reactions from people. But I believe so deeply in the message that I'm trying to share and what I talk about that I don't really let it get to me. Some days I let it get to me, but overall I really don't, and I really focus on the amazing opportunities like this and and the people who are on the same team and who are just maybe even said wow, I never really considered something like this before, and that's what I love. So.
And you mentioned the fact of speaking up a lot, especially as a woman, can obviously receive negative feedback. A lot of times when women are growing up, it's if you're argumentative, you're you would be a great lawyer.
Yeah. I got that a lot. I always saw it as a compliment though, but maybe I don't know.
So the classic people that are defined as, oh, you're an opinionated woman.
Right.
Which, by the way, if you're an opinionated woman, keep having opinions, keep sharing them. It's very important. What advice would you give to people who find it hard to speak up about certain things when they're feeling uncomfortable?
Right. Well, I guess the first thing overall is what is an opinionated woman? Just a woman who's alive. We all have opinions. Everybody has opinions, and whether or not you even choose to voice them, how you feel is still going to come out in the way that you live and things like that. So to be afraid of showing that or really doubling down on it, I don't think you necessarily have to be, because we're all showing up in this world in one way or the other, and ultimately, I guess advice for someone who might the more you do it, the more I think you feel comfortable with it, but also don't feel not everybody has to go online and be yapping away I do. It might be talking to a friend or a family member about some situation that's been on your mind or whatever it is. It might be standing up in your workplace for whatever it is. It might be getting involved in clubs in school. There's not one specific way to be opinionated or to do advocacy or whatever. It's just kind of really finding what feels most authentic to you, and I think there's space for everybody to do that. So whatever makes you feel the most empowered, I think that's incredible.
That's very good advice, and thank you for sharing that. I want to ask you a bit about some of the content that you post. Recently, you've been posting a lot about how there's been a lot of right-wing ideologies being pushed through social media. Specifically, you focused on how there's the big trad wife movement going on that's being disguised as like progressive like feminism.
Right.
What are like the key details that you find in these videos that you're like, that's not feminism, like that's not progressive, that is just...
Well, I push a lot back on this idea of choice feminism, and this kind of idea that anything that a woman chooses is feminist because a woman is doing it. But really the more definition of feminism that I subscribe to is liberation for the collective, and that's always going to start with the most marginalized individuals. Black women, black trans women, you know, and if you're not centering their liberation in your feminism, then what's the point, you know? So that's kind of my opinion there. In terms of this content that we're seeing online, has anybody watched the Manosphere documentary that's on Netflix? I actually haven't watched it yet because I just have not been in the mental space.
Right.
But it is on my list, and we have been talking a lot about the Manosphere, especially with the recent election. A lot of Gen Z men have been radicalized online, you know, the Andrew Tates, the Turning Point USAs, all that kind of stuff. But really the flip of that is this more aestheticized, this softer, this more kind of like lifestyle content that's aimed at women. That really is the flip side of the coin. So it's not, you know, the Andrew Tates or whoever saying women should be submissive to men and, you know, not go to college and blah, 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 whatever else it is. It's not going to be framed like that. Whenever it's framed towards women, it's like the most fulfilling thing. I imitate, like,
you're going to be a nurturer,
embrace your biological need to nurture, and that's like how you're going to find the most fulfillment in life, and blah, 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 blah. And what irritates me is that there is, oh God, now I'm going to be going over time. But what irritates me the most is I do think a lot of this trad wife content is a response to the failed girl boss movement.
Yeah.
Because the issue with that was more kind of my era is like the girl boss, you know, feminism of like the 2010s or whatever. And what that really was saying like, look, women can do patriarchy too. And it did absolutely nothing to address capitalism, which was really the root of a lot of, you know, the issues that we're looking at. So now, that movement did not work because it did nothing it was selling an individual solution to a systemic problem. And instead of actually undoing any of that systemic problems of capitalism and, you know, white supremacy and things like that of where we're at, it's now saying, look, this didn't work for you guys, so let me sell you patriarchy and let me sell you this type of role, and this is how you're going to find fulfillment as well too. But we're never actually getting to the root of the issue, which is these larger systemic problems. And it's really frustrating whenever I see a lot of this content framed as empowering to women, whenever it's really getting women to subscribe to their own oppression.
Yeah, no, I talked to you a bit earlier about this, just how like I'm now seeing videos on my For You page where it's like, oh, here I am, I'm cooking dinner. My husband just slapped my ass. You all should like that. That's how you as a woman should be.
And I see why it's attractive to women because we're exhausted, you know? I mean, anybody living this kind of rat race is exhausting, and it sells you this alternative of like, look at what this could be, you know, baking with intention and like just homesteading and like whatever. But you're just trading like one page for the other. And the other thing that's so annoying is all these trad wives who are like really popular online, they're entrepreneurs. They're making the big bucks with their like raw milk brand deals or whatever. Like they're not really living the life that they're preaching to you. So they're convincing you to give up your income, and while they're probably primary breadwinners for their home. And I find that really disingenuous and frustrating too.
And this will be like kind of my last question.
Yeah, sure.
But you have almost 93,000 followers on Instagram. You have created this, community of just women that want to see a change in how we're treated and how people perceive us.
Right.
And I want to know what do you think your biggest benefit of being as active on social media is? What is your biggest,
I'll say this is maybe like a personal kind of thing, but I will say I have struggled with like the kind of nihilism a little bit, and I would definitely say getting more involved in these circles and speaking out more made me realize how many people are like in this fight still. And I think that's really encouraging, and it's really given me a lot of hope, and I hope that I'm able to spread that to other people as well too, while increasing hopefully just media literacy and inspiring other people to kind of engage in these conversations as well. So
Thank you so much. Guys, that's our interview with Jess. you mixed it, because
Okay, I forgot
we're
we're
gonna
doing a
get
game.
funny now. So, we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
You are very active on social media, as we talked about. So, let's look at this teleprompter together.
Oh, okay.
You and I are going to look at a series of funny tweets. Some of them are from famous women.
Okay.
Some of them are from our very own women writers at Pitt Tonight.
Yay, okay.
So, our challenge is we need to guess which is which. So, these tweets have all been run through a generator for uniformity, and the writers compiled these for us.
Okay.
So, I haven't seen them either, so I am terrified. So, also, if you think you know who this celeb is, you can say that, because some of these I guess are famous, I don't know how to see them.
Okay.
And you can get an extra point.
I appreciate that we're still calling them tweets and not X's, or I don't know what they're called. Yeah, I don't know what they're called now.
So I actually have a whiteboard
Oh,
with
geez,
markers.
this is gonna be hard, I think.
I am going to be so bad at this game.
Okay.
That's okay. So we have markers, and we have to write down our answer.
Okay, so we
think
say
it's,
either celeb or Pitt Tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
And people will be taking tracking points back there, and we will have a reveal.
Okay.
And we will win a prize.
Ooh!
Oh, let's see that. Let's see that first tweet.
Okay.
Okay. Also, we have to read them back and forth. So you
Oh,
can
okay.
take this one first.
How many ladies ain't scared to fart in front of your man?
Interesting. Oh. I think I know which writer wrote this. I feel like Poppy is right down.
You just gave it away from me.
No,
So you're at
be a celeb.
you're
I got
at
celebs.
an unfair advantage because you know people's sense of humor is here.
I don't know. I just show up and they give me a mic and they tell me to say things. Oh, okay. You write down writer.
All right, we doing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Writer for Pitt Tonight.
Okay, Pitt Tonight.
Okay, copycat.
Oh, that's so funny. We're both. See, I guess maybe we're both at a disadvantage.
Do not listen to me.
Yeah.
Here's a nice one. Okay. You have. Oh, it's my turn to read. Okay, next tweet. They should make a Mortal Kombat game with different types of bombs. My mother's in the audience tonight, so I agree. I really want to tell you what I'm writing. But I can't. Okay.
Now, tell me.
Okay,
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Celeb.
Okay. Can we get another reveal?
That's funny.
Okay. Next tweet, and it's your turn.
You are not immune to dairy.
Yeah, I wonder. I just don't know.
I'm disappointed in myself. I thought I would be able to identify something.
Yeah, me too. If I'm actually wrong, but my confidence is kind of there.
Are we 0 for 0 now?
Okay, flip on 3. 1, 2, 3. Right.
Okay, someone's getting this
Okay.
point.
Come on. Yes! I mean, okay. Oh, good luck. Okay, yeah. Oh man, 1 point for me. Shucks.
That was good.
Oh, my turn. Next tweet. Does anyone think global warming is a good thing? I love Lady Gaga. I think she's a really interesting artist.
This would, I know it's just women, but I would think this is like an old school Kanye tweet.
Yeah. Maybe it's throwing us off. Okay. Come on, guys. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Celeb lab, specifically Kanye. Maybe it's reveal.
Oh, Brit, baby.
Brittany the big 2026. Aw. Brit. See you.
I feel for my girl.
Next tweet.
Oh, me. The day Elvis Presley died, everyone felt so bad. He was so famous.
This is all like one of these,
Okay.
writer.
Just specifically for like ratio, I'm going Pitt Tonight.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, writer.
Okay.
Has to be. Yes! Okay. Okay. Next tweet.
college still. It's been a minute for me.
Except my echolocation finds men that love eating pussy.
I feel like I remember this, so I think it's a celeb, or else I'm like,
saying it to you.
no, not directly. Like I remember seeing this. I think.
Think of a hint.
I think, but this might be a
You
like
say you're a millennial. 3, 2, 1.
celeb.
And reveal. Good job. That's funny. Yeah. That was good. Oh no, I don't think you think it's yours. Next celebrity. Okay, next tweet. What?
Oh no, same person. Okay. Oh my God, that was me. I said that. That was me. Sorry. Wait, sorry, I ruined it. Me.
What does it say, Jess?
It says it happened to me. I got the egg watching Timothy Chalamet in the Wonka trailer. As someone who regularly consumes Timmy fan cams, I didn't think this was possible. I'm still really upset.
Yes. Reveal. Next tweet. I'll take this one. I wet my bed and now I have to lay in it. I know this person. That is the person backstage. And I feel like I have to do it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Pitt Tonight. Right.
Just has to be. Reveal. Yeah.
I like how we're doing some teamwork on this. This is good
women
for women to
empowerment.
collaborate.
Yeah. Next tweet.
Boys, what's your full size?
Right. What is your full size? You gotta know. Like a doctor asked what it feels like. 3, 2, 1. Hello? Reveal?
We lost a good one there.
No, we lost. I think so. Okay, next tweet. Oh. Okay, this one's not hard. This is a good one.
There's definitely both.
Okay, I'll say on three. Gay.
Gay.
Ooh. This is a hard one.
I know a celeb has tweeted gay, but it could be both. I think we need to fact check this
3, 2,
one.
1. Reveal.
2009. This is what you've missed in 2009. This is what old school. This is what old school Twitter used to be like.
You get what's so crazy. Next tweet.
Just did a mediocre Shrek impression called The Mediocre.
Yep.
I hope that's a writer.
Think of comics on that. Guaranteed points is gone.
Yeah,
3,
true.
2, 1. Reveal.
Yay, that's funny.
Guys. Next. So this is from Ethan.
Is this a writer? Is this Ethan?
I hope it's not that. This one says, sit on my face. Sit on your own damn face. I'm busy.
Okay.
Right.
It's hot under these lights.
Reveal on 3. 1, 2, 3. I said Ethan, you a writer? Can you get a reveal on that?
Oh, that's funny.
Ethan tweeted share. That's crazy. Next. How many all that? Guys, I swear to God, I didn't know that, but okay, read that out.
Happy Pride Month, especially to all those muggles. Hashtag Harry Potter.
Wow, guys, I swear Me, maybe? This is me. This actually is me.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't even know you.
No, I gave you mine. It's okay.
Me, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. Reveal. Next. What?
Oh. Loser cow.
You want to take this one?
Who's the writer?
What do you say?
Oh.
Okay. No. Okay, ready? Oh. Reveal. Martha Stewart. In what context is she doing this? Okay. Next week. We're done. Okay.
I think you won, but you deserve it.
I know.
Yes.
Now we're gonna have Britt come out and say who won this game. All right, let's check this list.
Hi. I have the great honor of bestowing this award. Really artisan. And I must say, it was a very tight race. They were almost tied the entire time until the last question. So I kind of gave it away. We can do a drum roll. Do a drum roll. The winner. Okay, I got scared. The winner by 1 point is Meg. But you can share this amazing trophy if you want to. You can share it with Jess if you want. I also just wanted to say that both the Elvis Presley tweet and the echolocation tweet were mine. It's never over.
Well, that is our time here together.
Yes, this was so fun.
Jess Britvich, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, I would say that this is my father, but he's gone. Dad, get out here. Thank you. Get over here. This is my father, if you couldn't tell by the way we have the same face. You're short. Okay. These guys behind me have been playing together for over 30 years. They're my family. My mother and sister are sat in the audience over here tonight. This is their first Pitt Tonight show. Yes. They are surrounded by the women who I've grown to call aunts and men I've grown to call uncles. Now, I've watched my father perform for years, and I'm going to try not to cry. So, okay. I got to see him and these guys do their thing in front of hundreds, in front of dozens, and in front of my 15-year-old friends at my surprise birthday party that no one knew that you were going to be at. Thanks for that, by the way. That was an Okie fire. But before these guys, before him, it was my grandmother, who was pictured right over there. I watched my sorry, you didn't know about this. We're going to cry tonight. I watched my grandmother, or as we call her, Grandma Mark, perform on stage and shine so bright that it blinded me from wanting to pursue other interests. She was absolutely magical, and without her, I wouldn't be on stage right now. And you would either! So with that being said, I want to thank you all for letting her passion be viewed in the place she loved the most, the theater. And with that being said, people of the Ralph Theater, the Armadillos!
Thank you very much. can make that can be made. Now I can say that can't be saved. Nothing you can say, but you will learn how to be your time. It's easy. I needed love, and I needed love, and I needed love. Love is all nothing I'd rather do than stay here and be with you. There's nothing I'd rather see than you here with me. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 nothing that I'd rather have than you here right now. There's no place I'd rather be than in your arms. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. Psych. Anyway, I think you know Meg, right? So Meg's gonna sing a couple lyrics for us.
I don't know the song, to be honest, guys. Yeah. It's got a lot of roll talking going up on this stage. I don't know any of these damn lyrics. Without ado, let's take it away.
This song was written just like your dad. Forgot the lyrics. Perfect.
Put your shirt down, huh?
Yeah! You know, she told me we had to tone it down because we were coming in X-rated. What the hell was that show all about?
The power of woman, Father. The power of woman.
Well, I agree. I've been surrounded by the best women ever on the planet. But you want me to tone it down?
Just go, bro, just go. Buses, I'm silencing you.
We're going to do one more after this. I'm not going to introduce the band. I'm just going to say thanks for having the Armadillos here in Pitt Tonight. Stand up here. 5-part harmony. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Thank you. This song is about friendship, something all of you are going to hopefully have many, many great experiences like we've had. And then maybe you can come back and embarrass the shit out of your kids 20 years from now. It's a song about friendship. And when I'm ready, will I be there for you? When you say that you need a friend,
first time I have ever hosted a show for Pitt Tonight. It was the women's show, and I was a freshman in college. I had really long blonde hair, and I wore pants that were way too tight on me. Around the same exact time last year, I was delivering a monologue similar to this one about what being a woman means to me. I was proud to be standing up in front of an audience similar to this one and speaking the words the incredible women of the show wrote for me and performed alongside me. Or the woman I would become, but with the help of this club, the female friendships I have formed in this club, the female friendships I have made outside of this club, the women who have raised me who sit right there, as well as my sister who sits right there. With the help of all these people, I understand who I am and the woman I have become just a little better. I am a conglomeration of every woman I have ever met, and so are all of you. As you can see, I am not a freshman in college with long blonde hair anymore. I cut that shit off! Or one that wears pants that fits my middle school frame. These clothes actually fit. Thank you! And I am as woman as ever. So thank you from the women of Pitt Tonight to you for coming out tonight and supporting women in comedy. Now for some logistics. Our next show is April 18th. And it's the last one of the year, so be there or be square. And finally, go hug your women. Go hug your moms, your grandmas, your sisters, your people. Thank you for coming. Stay safe tonight, and see you next month.